What do you want?
Wait. Stay off the docks. Don't.
You all right? Use ice packs on your stomach. Ice relieves the pain.
What did you do to him?
They did it to themselves.
Who are you?
Lee Chung. May it be well with you.
Shouldn't you be home in bed? Or at least in traction?
It's our first break, Duke.
Well, I guess if you happen to enjoy being pounded on, okay, it's our first break.
All we got so far is bits and pieces that almost add up. We need one good solid link to nail our.
You think all we have to do is connect Arvin with that goon who went after you last night, and it's a wrap-up, huh? How do you know Arvin sent him?
Well, he's our man, all right. All we have to do is keep crowding him.
Is this...
Lee Chung, Duke Page.
Hello. You look so mild.
None of these.
Well, that's our whole zoo. Every gorilla we ever busted for leaning on people. Send Jed in with the sketch pad. As the only witness, Mr. Jung, you could inherit some nasty problems. I'm going to assign somebody to keep an eye on you.
Thank you, but I don't think so.
You got any idea what's involved in this whole business?
No.
It's a symptom of a national disease. It's wasteful, it's corrupt. We have the second largest port here in the country, and $1 million worth of goods a month are stolen and hijacked off our docks.
Why don't you arrest the people responsible?
Good question.
Well, everybody points the finger at everybody else, Lee, if they talk at all.
Everybody's innocent or silent or both.
A man named Arvin is our prime suspect right now. He runs a trucking business. But somehow, we just can't seem to connect him directly with any of the hijackings.
Okay, Mr. Chung. You've got to look at one of those men. Let's try and describe him now and be as specific as you can. Meantime, Mike, listen to what the man says. Keep off the docks.
Did the ice help?
Can't help the bruises, but I got frostbite. Lee, I want you to teach me what you did the other night.
I already told Miss Bell I can't.
I'm willing to empty my cup in order to taste your tea.
Your open-mindedness is cool, but it doesn't change anything. I don't believe in system, Mr. Longstreet, nor in method. And without system, without method, what's to teach?
But you had to learn. You weren't born knowing how to take apart 3 men in a matter of seconds.
True, but I found the cause of my ignorance.
Well, help me find mine.
Kick me in the stomach as hard as you can.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't want to hurt you.
I'm holding an air shield. Come on.
Drive right through it, won't I?
I'll risk it.
Okay.
Come here. Now, put your hands in here. Hold it against your side. Brace yourself. Now, I want you to feel the difference when I put my body behind the kick. When I count to 3, exhale strongly. I'll be kicking you.
Okay.
Can you stand behind me?
Who's there? Who is that?
It's me, baby. Just in time to pick up the pieces.
Ho, ho, ho.
You ready?
Ready.
1, 2, 3. Hey!
Not much. Yeah, Lee's gonna teach me all this.
I cannot teach you. Only help you to explore yourself. Nothing more.
All right. Come on. Let's explore some more of those kicks, huh? Hey, stick around, Duke. Maybe pick up some pointers.
Mike, somebody just hijacked a consignment of pharmaceuticals, mostly vitamins and aspirin. $100,000 worth.
Why, somebody sure must have
Big
it.
headache. I know.
From which pier?
6. What's his name again?
Lee Chung.
Lee.
Yeah.
Sergeant Corey has a sketch for you to look at. It isn't anything you'd want to hang in your shop, but whenever you can tear yourself away.
All right.
Okay, Mike, enjoy yourself.
Okay, thanks.
Nicky, would you walk me out, please?
Sure.
Excuse me a minute, will you?
Sure.
Yes, operator, I'd like to make a person-to-person call, Mr. Mel Hanson, St. Paul. Would you call me back?
What's gotten into him?
These lessons?
Mm-hmm. He wouldn't be knocking himself out like this unless he had something specific in mind.
What he has in mind is not feeling so helpless the next time somebody starts working him over.
There must be another way to make a living.
Not for him. He's only trying to prove to himself that he can cope.
Yes.
Sure? Okay.
May I ask you a question? What happens now?
Machinery closes in. We start living in his shoes. He goes somewhere, we go. Only he doesn't know that, if we're good.
I think you are.
So do we.
No. Too rigid. Now listen to the beat and listen to my movement, okay?
There.
No! Your thoughts are wrong.
Look, I'm trying to learn how to fight, not how to think.
May it be well with you, Mike.
Wait a minute. What are you doing? What are you doing? You quitting?
Still in one piece?
Progressing nicely. I have let him go.
I'm certainly glad to hear that. We're running out of ice cubes around here. But in terms of his learning anything, has he?
His warehouse having burned down. Nothing obscure his view of the bright moon.
I got you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Good morning.
Good morning. Lee, sorry I blew it yesterday. Can we pick up where we left off? It's a matter of survival now. I talked to Jim Bolt.
You went to him?
I tried to get him to blow his cool, but so far it hasn't worked. Well, now I have to go down to the dock and fight him.
You have a quarrelsome mind, Mr. Longstreet. Unless you learn how to calm it, you will never hear the world outside.
You just tell me what I have to do to get you back.
Nothing you can do.
All right, then I'll just have to fight him as is. Lee, I want you to believe it's more than just learning how to defend myself. There were a couple of times there when you were teaching me that I felt that my body and my head really were together. It's funny that out of a martial art, out of combat, I'd feel something peaceful, something without hostility. Almost as though if I knew Jeet Kune Do, it'd be enough simply to know it, and by knowing it, never have to use it.
Do you always know the right thing to say?
Have I said it?
Good. Keep it up. Sensitivity. That's it. Good. Good.
Mr. Longstreet. Telephone. St. Paul calling.
Okay, thanks. Excuse me a minute, Lee.
The city, not the saint.
That's too bad. We could use the help. See if you can find Nicky, will you?
All right.
My eyes. Point to them. Thrust to them.
What?
Finger jab.
No.
Don't worry, I've covered them.
I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Because of your blindness?
I just can't do it.
Listen, the finger jab is the most effective attack.
Well, let's just forget that attack, shall we?
The man who beat you up that night, would he hesitate to gouge out your eyes?
Look, that's his problem.
A bird would, a cat would, without thinking.
I'm not a bird, I'm not a cat, and I do think.
That's your problem. All right, forget about the eye jab. Now, you can sense where my eyes are, right? Relax, relax. That's the eye flick. Side kick. All right, now listen to me. Listen to my movement, okay? Right. Keep moving. Flick and go. Now, the two motions are both part of one motion. Now, you try. Faster. A little bit smoother. Well, your head and body are still not one.
Well, when will they get together?
Once more! What is your instinct?
To pray.
In this position, your arms are useless.
Yeah.
Can you kick or stomp me?
No.
Then, if you wish to survive, what do you do?
I don't know.
Bite.
Bite.
Are we not animals? You all right?
I can't find much evidence to the contrary, Lee. Bite, huh?
Biting is efficient in close quarter, but don't make a plan of fighting. That is a very good way to lose your teeth.
There's so much to remember.
If you try to remember, you will lose. Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. Put it into a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or creep or drip or crash. Be water, my friend.
Why don't I just stand in front of Bolt and recite that to him? Maybe he'll faint or drown.
When is it?
Tomorrow.
You are not ready.
I know.
Like everyone else, you want to learn the way to win, but never to accept the way to lose. To accept defeat, to learn to die is to be liberated from it. So when tomorrow comes, you must free your ambitious mind and learn the art of dying. May it be well with you, Mike. What kind of game are you playing, Mike?
No game. It was a car horn. It was constant. See, when the sound diminished, I figured you were between me and the carriageway. And when I got stronger, I figured you were leaving.
Very good. I was surprised.
Not enough.
You were relating very well, Mike. But you lost your awareness for a split second.
Listening?
And thinking. Your instincts are right. Sound. Any sound is important. Now, come on.
Mike, there's a call for you.
Who?
He won't say, and he sounds very upset.
All right, be a minute, Lee. Hello? Yeah.
What is it, Mike?
Sorry about the lesson. If there's anything to this, I'll have to stay with it.
Would you mind if I stay on for a while? See, up to this point, I have been the teacher. Maybe this is a chance to become the student.
Sure.
Oh, Mike. Did you get anything at all from the phone conversation?
Well, from the way he sounded, he's not young. Mid-40s to 50s. I'd say Reasonably well-educated, middle class.
Anything else?
Yes. Sounded like a man who'd been pushed. Now he wants to shove.
All right, what else?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it?
Sorry, Duke. Look, I had about 2 minutes with him.
Mike, may I say something without offending you?
Sure, go ahead. Why break the precedent?
I'm under a certain...
Perhaps I can help.
You joining the team, Lee?
It's always more rewarding to be a participant instead of an observer.
Right before dinner.
They're running the bomb threat MO through the computers, adding your
When
impressions.
do you
of the
decide whether or not you are going to pay?
That decision has already been kicked upstairs. All the way to the mayor's office so far. Could even get to Baton Rouge.
It's almost the rush hour, and thousands of people will be hitting the streets trying to get home.
Transportation center.
You tell the bomber where to get off, and he pushes the button.
Or pay him. And then tomorrow somebody else gets on the phone and says, close the airport, empty the building, and you pay again.
Given often enough, and you have a world governed by terror.
Or the mentally disturbed.
90 minutes. And when you...
Did you hear that?
Machinery, factory maybe.
But it's not continuous, it's intermittent.
In an ordinary... 90 minutes. And when you...
I'm not sure, but
Go ahead, Lee. Let's hear it.
at one time I traveled a great deal by train, usually in boxcars. I remember the sounds of metal crashing against metal, then separating.
Freight cars. Coupling and uncoupling. You may just have it, Lee.
I'll get right back to you.
Pretty much take it from scratch.
Feels like a portable radio or a TV set.
That's right. There's a back panel with 4 screws. Could be more.
Got it.
Okay. Little present, Mike. Lose it and you're a brain surgeon without a scalpel. Now, start loosening the screws. You have to do this by the numbers. If you do one thing out of sequence, you could trip the detonating device immediately. Now, remove the back panel.
What's that?
You just blew yourself and all of us to kingdom come. Okay, Mike.
Hello.
Answered itself.
Get back to me.
What's new with my bridge?
Oh, hi. Well, we have an authorization for the money from the bank. We're cooperating with the River Authority Police for closing off and searching the bridge. Bank security people have already gone through the employee roster with a fine-tooth comb.
All right, let's follow the time sequence out. Now, what happens in a bank after the customers leave at 3?
Well, the tellers start balancing
Be
their...
able to rig a bomb. If you were in the bank at closing, you might have had a chance to find out how the vault operated.
He could have gotten the names of the bank officials from the nameplates on the desk.
Duke Page. All right, just give me the high points. What's the last address we have on him? Phone number and his wife's name. All right, thanks. This looks like it, Mike. In 1969, a man named Lester Bailey.
It's so hard to
Yes. You got every cop in New Orleans out looking for me.
You can't find me, so you grab my wife and you bring her in.
That's not the way it is.
Back in 10 minutes, I'll tell you how to get here.
Now, don't get any bright ideas.
Lee. Same sound, Mike.
Yeah, I know. I heard it this time myself. Mrs. Bailey says her husband
Have
spent
a
all
dozen
the time
cars
on-
ready to roll in on any signal.
Okay, Captain, thank you.
Mr. Longstreet, I hope everything will be all right. Don't let anything happen to him.
Pax, come on, boy. Come on. Yes. Mike,
You don't owe him anything. There's no way you could have done anything differently or should have.
Well, I don't know that, Duke. I don't know if I could have done anything differently or not. All I know is the first time I met him, his wife said I got his name wrong. Second time, I decided he was a narcissist.
Mike, you proved it.
Well, when I could see, I never saw him. Even now, I can't quite remember what he looks like. So what's the most I'm guilty of, huh? Indifference? So when is indifference to another human being a crime?
May it be well with you, Mike.
You gonna hang in here a while, Lee?
Maybe you'll be back in time to finish the lesson.
Backs forward.
Just about.
Oh. You think he'll ever learn?
Learn what?
To stay down.
Would you want him to?
Nope.
I'm in a little hitch, but I'm going to deliver just like I promised.
I got the drawer, Mike.
Wait a minute. Slight indentation here. There's nothing.
Is there a chance the cabinet maker could have discovered the false bottom?
If he found anything, he would have told me.
We only knew what was in there.
Suppose the man who has Nikki calls now, Mike. What do we tell him?
I don't know.
Mike, all I'm saying is there are 1,000 cops in this town who could give us a hand in finding Nikki. You think we're better qualified for the job?
You know, I don't think that at all. Hello. Oh, yes, just a minute. It's your investigator.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Dora Wyman. 1920 Fond du Lac. Mm-hmm. How about a telephone number? Hmm? Well, that doesn't matter. Thanks very much.
Is that the woman who owned the sewing machine?
Yeah, Fond du Lac isn't that far away. I can be out there in 10 minutes.
No, Duke, I'll go. I can't hang around here any longer. Pax, come on, boss. Come on. Here we go.
Okay, I'll cover the phone.
Mike, if you don't mind, I'll drive you.
Okay, Lee, thanks. Come on.
So, the lady for 35.
Got it.
Mike, we got lucky in one sense of the word.
My friend in police identification came up with a man's picture almost as soon as he saw Lee Chung's sketch.
He's that well known?
Well, not exactly. His name is Fred Decker. Armed robbery, violation of parole, counterfeiting. Finished serving his last sentence about a month ago.
What about the woman?
It's his wife, Eileen Decker. Petty theft, NSF, bunco, dating from 1949. Served time in various city and parish jails.
That's all? Lee, you said, we got lucky in one sense of the word. What are you leaving out?
My friend asked me if my case might somehow involve Decker's ex-cellmate.
What's his name?
Richard Swift. Armed robbery, rape, murder. The subject escaped from prison 1 week after Decker was released. He's wanted on the escape charge.
Says we've got till morning.
All right, but stay with it, will you? End of the line, Mike. We checked out Decker.
Look, I can't. I'm afraid of what he might do to... Afraid of what he might do to Nicky if he found out.
Yeah. I know.
At this stage, she said. What does that mean to you, Duke?
The series is 1963A.
1963A.
Now, each plate has a fixed metal letter and 4 fixed numerals. H, 1913.
H1913. Hello.
Have you got the plates?
You all right, Nicky?
Yes. He's got Mike. There's 3 flights of stairs. And
I know the theater. I described it very well to Mike. You can go home now, okay?
All right. I'll call the police.
Decker?
Thanks, Duke. I bet there is another girl in New Orleans with a sewing machine that looks like that. Yeah, you know, she earned it.
Nicky, I was wondering if you'd be willing to sell the sewing machine to a respected antique dealer. I mean, at a substantial profit, of course.
Are you kidding? One of the most respected antique dealers in the city said it was a piece of junk, quote, unquote.
Oh? Who was that?
Me. Well, even the experts sometimes make mistakes. It seems the machine there has a glamorous history.
Well, I must say that was the impression I had right from the beginning. And now I'm part of its history, and,
You wouldn't be willing to sell.
on the other hand, there's a marvelous vase in your shop I've had my eye on. Maybe we can work something out.
All right, come on now, let's see. You can negotiate that deal later. Yeah, here, Max, speak, boy, speak. Good, yeah.
Oh.
Now, let's see, you wanted yours well done.
I'll take medium.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Have you seen this? Blind man, eyewitness to murder.
I told him I wanted to sweep up out there, but I didn't stop him.
Hello there.
Let's take a break, Mike.
Are we going to talk about the Blasco case?
No, that's all, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh. Okay.
There'll be other cases.
When do you stop?
When I feel finished.
Mike, I feel finished.
Well, I didn't hear from either of you.
Hi, Duke.
Hello, folks. How goes it, Lee?
Fine.
Thought you had a heavy meeting.
Oh, it was canceled.
Oh. Lee closed the shop early today, too.
Is that so?
Yeah.
How's Pax?
Well, he's holding his own. You on your way in?
I was, but I think I'll tag along with you if you don't mind.
Where's your car?
I cabbed it, but I don't mind riding in the rumble seat.
Did you bring along your shotgun?
Are you going to give me trouble?
How long are you two going to keep playing bodyguard?
As long as you remain stubborn.
Come on, Mike, give me a break, will you? It's not often my glutted arteries have a chance to pump noble blood.
And if I say no?
Well, Lee will have closed his shop for nothing. You'll lose my delightful company, and I'll have to spend a cold and lonely night on your doorstep.
Okay, mount up. Mount up.